And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was the beautiful man who was helping her, asked her, "Why are you leaving?" And she began talking, and she said, "There is a man in Makkah Mukarramah, there's a man, and he's a magician. He's bringing people to another way." She obviously did not know that the person helping her was Sayyidina Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She began talking about how somebody in Makkah Mukarramah had brought up a new religion, a new faith, and said he was a prophet of God. How people were being divided. She said he's a magician. He has turned people against each other, and he's talking of a new faith and asking us to leave our faith, asking us to leave worshipping idols. And she began complaining about him. She says he wants to give rights to slaves. He says slaves have rights. He says animals have rights. She says, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's preaching, but I can't live there anymore. And she was spending all the time, all this journey she was spending, as Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was holding and was walking with her, holding her things and her bundle of possessions, as she was talking against him, not knowing that the person helping her is the same person who she's talking about. And when she finally got to her destination, she obviously thanked this beautiful man who helped her carry all her things from Makkah Mukarramah to her destination. And she finally asked, she said, "Who are you? What is your name?" She said, "Whoever you are, don't go to Makkah Mukarramah. Stay away from that magician. But who are you? What is your name? I would like to know your name. You're such a nice, gentle man. You helped me. What is your name?" And the answer came from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, "I am Sayyidina Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam." And she began to cry. She began to cry, and she embraced him. She embraced him. She said, "Take me back. Take me back to your city. I want to be part of your faith." And she accepted Islam. That's beautiful. That's patience. This was a lady who was saying some very bad things about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in his presence, and he was helping her. He didn't leave her things and say, "Lady, I am that person, you are disrespecting me, I'm not going to help you." He still helped her. And the beauty of the patience Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam showed is that a lady said, "What a beautiful faith you have, I want to be part of your faith." And she said, "Take me back." The same beauty of patience from our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam can be seen with the Jewish neighbor Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had, who would always throw litter as he walked past her house. Every day he would walk past her house and she would throw all her litter outside on top of him. Every single day she would do this. Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam showed patience in the face of this provocation. And one day this lady, she never did that. One day Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was passing her house and there was no litter. And he wondered, he thought, "What is wrong? She's not thrown litter on me today." And he went to inquire and ask whether she's okay, whether she's well. And upon inquiring, when he knocked on her door and she opened the door, and he said, "Lady, I passed your house and you did not throw any litter on me, so I was worried about you. And she broke down and she said, what sort of man are you? What sort of faith do you have that I have disrespected you every day? I've troubled you, and yet you're worried about my health, you're worried about my well-being. And she embraced Islam. Patience. Patience in the face of provocation. Brothers and sisters, Muslims today are the angriest people in the world. We're angry people. We're angry people. We don't display these qualities anywhere in our lives. I'm talking about patience in the face of provocation. We don't even have patience with our own family and friends. We are quick to argue and answer back and snap at people, even our own parents. We can't even reward our parents for what they have done for us. Brothers and sisters, if I'm sitting here today and I'm telling you something, it's the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the example of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And after that, it's a favor that my parents have done for me that I am able to do this. If you're sitting there listening and whatever you're doing in your life, it's a favor from your parents that you're able to do that. And today we are very quick to even insult our parents. Brothers and sisters, because we lack patience. Hazrat Ibrahim as-salatu wasallam, the great Prophet of Allah, Khalilullah, a very noble Prophet, one of the ancestors of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was a Prophet of Allah. He came, and his aim was to end idol worship in his land. And his father Azar used to make idols, the same idols that were being worshipped. His father Azar used to make them with his own hands. And Hazrat Ibrahim as-salatu wasalam asked his father with respect. He asked his father, why do you make these idols which you yourself then worship? What is kind of religion is this, where you make something and you worship it? But the example of Sayyidina Ibrahim as-salatu wasalam is that he did not insult his father. His father was a mushrik, he was a pagan, he was an idol worshipper. And Sayyidina Ibrahim as-salatu wasalam was the Prophet of Allah, a chosen Prophet, high in rank, one of the highest ranks he had. And he did not insult his father or degrade him or disgrace him or talk harshly to him. He talked politely, he talked with love and respect for his father. He asked him, why does he make idols? And then he worships them. This is the level of respect Islam, the level of respect Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed as a duty upon us towards our parents. Today, many times, you hear that Muslims, people who are religious, they do find it difficult to relate to people who are not on the same level as them, they're not on the same wavelength as them in terms of the deen, in terms of religious affairs, in terms of faith, and they are quick to argue and put people down.